Good afternoon. I'm the Reverend Dr. Scott Jones, Senior Minister of the First Central Congregational Church here in Omaha, Nebraska. This coming Sunday is the second Sunday in the season of Advent, and we, this year at First Central, are exploring the theme, Open Your Eyes. The question governing us was presented by a church member earlier in the year. How do we, as contemporary progressive people, prepare for an encounter with God? And so we're exploring that through this theme of opening our eyes to different things. And this particular Sunday is Open Your Eyes to Our Nature. The text that I will be using is the epistle lesson from 2 Peter chapter 3, verses 8 to 15. I'll begin reading in verse 11. Since all these things are to be dissolved in this way, what sort of persons ought you to be in leading lives of holiness and godliness, waiting for and hastening the coming of the day of God, because of which the heavens will be set ablaze and dissolved, and the elements will melt with fire? But in accordance with his promise, we wait for new heavens and a new earth where righteousness is at home. That's a really great question. What sort of persons ought you to be? So I invite you to think about that this week in preparation for our service on Sunday. One of my favorite poems I'll probably be using in the sermon, from Gerard Manley Hopkins, As Kingfishers Catch Fire. Towards the end of the poem, we read, The just man justices, keeps grace, that keeps all his goings graces, acts in God's eye what in God's eye he is, Christ. For Christ plays in 10,000 places, lovely in limbs and lovely in eyes not his, to the Father through the features of men's faces. Let that enter into your thoughts also this week on this question of what sort of person ought you to be. Also, I would invite you to join us this Thursday for the World AIDS Day service here at First Central. We will be hosting an interfaith and community event here at 7 p.m. with a reception to follow. People from various churches and various community groups will be speaking and performing as part of that service under the theme Getting to Zero, set by the World AIDS Campaign this year, getting to zero new infections, zero AIDS-related deaths, and zero discrimination. So join us on Thursday, join us on Sunday, and consider that question this week. What sort of person ought I to be? Have a good day.